Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages. Welcome to the historic Westminster Hall, Catacombs and Graveyard, burial place of Edgar Allan Poe. My name is Jeff Jerome, Curator Emeritus, and to my right is Sherry Weaver, my Poe colleague. Hello, Sherry. Thank you for
Hi.
helping me to present this stupendous and astounding event. Now, the reason we're here is because we are going to reveal the number of people that tuned in to the Edgar Allan Poe birthday celebration.
The original.
The original Edgar Allan Poe birthday celebration this past January. And we've been teasing people with, well, we're getting to it, we're going to get to it.
Finally.
Well, finally, as of February, we have a grand total. And it's going to be tremendous. I mean, I'm still in shock. So in the meantime, let me tell you briefly the history of the Poe birthday celebration for those of you that are tuning in for the first time and you're wondering when did this start. It actually started way back in 1981. In 1979, I was hired as the curator of the Poe House, and the mayor at that time, William Donald Schaefer, called me into his office and said, Jeff, we invested a lot of money into the renovation of the Poe House. I want you to promote the Poe House. And that's what I'm doing.
That's what you've been doing.
And to this day, I'm still doing that. So I created what I thought was something unique, an Edgar Allan Poe birthday celebration. But it was very modest compared to what we've been doing. The first one, we gathered around the Poe grave near midnight. It must have been 20 or 30 people. Read a few poems and how to toast a Poe, and that was it. But that was the seed that we planted. And since then, more and more people were showing up, and we decided to move the event inside Westminster Hall. And we've had famous actors, John Aston, perform here. We've had Jeffrey Combs present his Poe one-man show called Nevermore. And we've had music, we've had ballet, singers, and each event has sold out completely. And it got so big that I became a little bit ambitious and decided to move it to an entire weekend. And again, everything sold out, but my goodness, that just wore me out.
Right.
It was too much, so we went back to a Saturday night performance. And everything was going great, but along came COVID. And it stopped everything. So after COVID, we really had to do some soul searching because starting from scratch again, people were still afraid to go out, and we didn't want to go through that whole hoopla of acting and rehearsals, and not that many people would show up.
You had to summon in some creativity.
Yes, so we decided, why not record individual performances of Poe stories. And we thought, why not? And that way, people like you can sit in your homes and witness these theatrical presentations that we were doing on Poe.
Sort of an all-day marathon of
Yes, a Poe marathon,
celebrations,
exactly. So for example, it started at 12 noon, then 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., all different performances, and then at 5 p.m., a live broadcast from the grave of Edgar Allan Poe right outside these walls.
Big finale.
Huge finale. We had a Poe cake designed by myself, and over the years, those of you that have been following this, you know I usually design a fantastic cake. And we had this death cake or a birthday cake, and we also had
the arrival of the Poe toaster.
Yes, and people we're just thrilled with that, seeing that. Because many people said, I wish I could come to Baltimore and see this, but I'm in Romania or Australia. And so this was our way of reaching out. And we even invited people like yourselves, and maybe you participated in this event. We invited people, as we raised our glasses to toast Poe, we invited people in their own homes, apartments or tombs, whatever, to raise their own glass.
And be part of that tribute.
Exactly. And I've received so many emails from people going, I held up my glass of wine, or I had my fruit punch, or whatever it was.
And they were all looking forward to that ceremonial slice of cake as well.
Yes, but we couldn't do that. So it was fantastic, and the response was just overwhelming. And I thought, gee, will we ever go back inside Westminster Hall? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. And but otherwise, the response was just overwhelming. And I thought, why didn't we do this sooner? So we are going to reveal.
Yes, this past year was like no other.
Exactly. It was just, everything was fine. The weather was great. We had the Toast to Po inside instead of outside, and people loved it. It was just, everything worked.
Well, hopefully you'll find out how many people loved it.
Yes, and you will see that, how many people actually loved that event. So I think, is there anything else at this point?
No, I think
we should start.
keeping folks in suspense long enough.
Oh, we would never do that. My goodness. So I think we can start with the reveal.
So how many individuals tuned in, do we think?
Yes, as of February. And those of you at home, you might want to be guessing what the figure might be. So let's start.
Let's see.
100,000 people.
Wow.
What do you think? It's a lot of people. That's more than many other sites get.
That is a lot.
100,000.
100,000 couldn't fit in this hall, definitely. That's a lot of folks.
Exactly. But I think there's another number that we need to be looking at.
More than that.
Yeah, so let's go to the next
Let's see,
number.
it's not 100,000.
250,000 people.
Wow.
Hey,
That's more than double.
That's more than double. And I mean, that is astronomical. But, I think
Not
there's
250?
there's another number higher than 250.
Just one more.
Yeah.
Okay,
one
let's
more.
see. So not 250.
400,000.
Woo!
Now that's more than last year.
Yes.
That
Surpassed the numbers last year,
exactly.
definitely.
And we were just like so amazed at that number, and I think we're really reaching for the moon here.
That's a lot of people from around the world.
Yes, and United States.
So there you have it.
Yeah. I think there might be one more number.
So not 400,000?
No.
Maybe you should do the honors.
Well, I need a drum roll, please. $500,000. What? What's wrong? Oh, there's nothing.
Yeah, there's no number.
Oh. Sorry about that, folks. 500,000.
Wow, that's 500,000 people.
That's almost the population of Baltimore.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
So, I hope you're sitting
Couldn't
in there.
ask for more than that.
I know. I mean, that is just so. That's beyond the moon. That's way out there, and I don't think we could get higher than that. But wait a minute.
It is Edgar Allan Poe, after all.
Right. Wait 1 second. I don't think we're finished.
You're not satisfied with 500,000 people tuning into the original Poe birthday this past year?
I think I think we can do better than that.
Okay.
And I think we need
Then that deserves
another drum roll, please.
Come on.
518,000 people tuned in. This is the final count. This is certified.
As of February.
As of February. And the number is higher because that number keeps growing. People continue to look at the videos and visit our Facebook page. Over 500,000.
Wow, that's more than
I need to say that one more time.
Yes.
Over 500,000 people. 518,000 people. You all out there were watching this event. And
that is amazing.
And even my heart's pounding a little bit. I mean, it is beyond amazing.
And if anyone has not seen the Poe birthday celebration, you should be logging on now to check it out.
Yes, after this event.
Yes.
You can still see the recordings on our Facebook page, Edgar Allan Poe
YouTube.
Evermore, and on YouTube. Check them out, and you'll see why everyone is raving about the Edgar Allan Poe birthday celebration.
I think Poe's pretty proud of that.
Yes, I think he's got a tear or two in his
Yeah.
eye, and I sometimes like to think that he's up there looking down on us saying, thank you, you know.
Well, he's bragging.
Yeah. Now, many people say, well, Jeff, why do you continue to do this? And I go, well, let me tell you a real quick story, and this is one reason why I continue to do this. Back in 1988, when I was the curator at the Poe House, there was a knock on the door. I opened it, and there was this Asian man, an older man, and an Asian young girl, maybe 15 years old, and they came in. He was dressed in a suit. I thought, gee, what are they from? Where are they from? So I started talking to them, and come to find out that they were from mainland China.
Wow.
And it was the father and the daughter. And in broken English, the father was telling me how the young girl idolizes Edgar Allan Poe, read all of his poetry, and she wanted to come to Baltimore to see his house. And I said, well, are you going to his grave? No, 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 no. I thought, that's odd, coming all the way to Baltimore. So, are you going to the Poe Museum in Richmond? No. Poe House in Philadelphia? No. Poe Cottage? No. Going home tomorrow. I thought, wait a minute, it dawned on me, they came all the way from China.
Just to see the Poe House.
To New York and then to Baltimore just to see the Poe House. And I told them about the house, and they were walking around. When they came back, I thought, I've got to do something special for this young girl. So I let her sit in a chair that Edgar Allan Poe owned. And you can see this chair at the Poe House today, but it's enveloped or covered, not covered, but blocked off with plexiglass. I gave her permission to sit in that chair. And I swear she was almost shaking. And she finally sat down, and she looked like she was in shock. And I said, maybe, and I spoke very slowly so she could follow me. I said, maybe by sitting in this chair, the spirit of Poe can reach out to you and inspire you and encourage you to continue to be a poet, to continue writing poetry. And maybe one day you'll look back on this moment that you sat in Edgar Allan Poe's chair, that you put your hands on the armrest that Poe put his hands on, and one day you will be a famous poet. And she was like, I swear, almost in tears. She almost had me in tears, you know. So on the way out, you know, she thanked me, of course, and I said, when you're famous, I want you to come back to Baltimore and meet me again. I will. The father turns around to me and says in broken English, no words. And I thought, he can't find the words to English language. He says, no words what you've done for my daughter. No words.
He was overcome with...
I'm getting choked up just saying that. It made an impression. And he shook my hand, which was unusual. Normally it would be bowing. And I said, I was honored and proud to meet your daughter, and thank you for bringing her here. And he should, you know, and they left. That had such a profound impact on me, and I thought, this is why I do what I do.
And that's just one of many of those...
Of thousands of people that came to
stories.
the Poe, young people, and it's the same story. Oh, I love Poe, I love his poetry, I like his stories, and I want to be just like him, and I want to be a writer. And I always encourage them. I said, you know, Poe went through a lot. And there were many people discouraging him, making fun of him. And he persevered. He was always reading, increasing his knowledge. And I encourage you to do the same thing. That's why I do this. That's why I do the Poe birthday celebration.
I wonder if she was one of the 518,000 people.
She may have been watching.
Tuning in.
In China. And I hope if you're out there watching this, contact me. We have email now. Send me an email. But this is proof that I'm doing the right thing, and I've always enjoyed promoting Poe.
And this is on a much larger scale, not just people that come to Baltimore that you meet in person, but you can reach so many
exactly
through this venue.
Through the internet. And when I started this, we were the only Poe site that celebrated Poe's birthday. I guess in January, many places thought no one's going to come out for this. But
Right.
now, Richmond does a bang-up job of promoting Poe on his birthday. Philadelphia, they do something, but they're the Park Service. They're
Right.
not big on doing big events. The Poe Cottage in New York does things. So I think I've done the right thing by sticking with
Absolutely.
Poe, promoting, and promoting Poe. So if the spirit
I
of
still hear
William
Schaefer's
Donald Schaefer
voice.
is looking down here, I did what you told me to do. You know, I hope you're proud. So
It's all part of keeping Poe's legacy alive.
exactly. So is there anything I didn't cover? I think we've covered everything.
I'm still in shock at the
I
figures.
know, I know. I mean,
Well,
even
again, look forward to next year's
Yes.
birthday celebration. Lots of things in store.
new stories. We're going to do new stories and throw in a few surprises, and it will be fantastic. Oh, and thank you to the sponsors, that the businesses
can't
that
forget that.
contributed to this event. You made it happen, and thank you to all the individuals
Supporters.
that made donations. It all helps, and it all goes towards paying the actors and all the expenses involved.
Takes a lot behind the scenes.
Oh,
to,
yes, yes. It's just not a matter of putting it together. So now normally for Poe events, we end it with a toast to Poe.
Oh, yes.
But we're going to do a toast to the
fans.
517, 18,000 people that are watching. So Sherry, if you would join me.
Oh, thank you.
So this is not to Edgar Allan Poe. This is to you. My heart is always touched by your support, and keep those emails coming. Keep the compliments. And you know what? There wasn't one complaint.
Not one.
Not one complaint. We
You did a great job with keeping the
kept
scammers,
the scammers out,
Mhm.
and the people that were just trying to trick
Because the larger
people.
you grow, the more susceptible you are to that internet stuff.
Exactly.
And
But not one complaint. So thank you all, and thank you for your support, and we'll see you again in 2025 right here. But after we toast you, don't go anywhere, because we have a few people that would like to say a few words to you. So here's to you. Don't go away.
Hello everyone, I'm Melissa Vox, singer, songwriter, musician of the alternative rock and metal world, and I just had to send a huge congratulations to the Evermore pages for getting over 500,000 views for Edgar Allan Poe's birthday. Wow, what an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations, that's so huge. And the biggest thank you to Jeff Jerome for all that he does, Poe, caretaker emeritus. Thank you. I see you, and I appreciate all that you do for preserving Poe's legacy. It means a lot to a lot of people, especially me, so thank you.
Greetings, Jeff, from your old pals down here at the Poe Museum in Richmond, Virginia. Congratulations on getting over 500,000 people to join you for your Poe birthday celebration back in January. And thanks for all you do to help promote Poe for the people.
Hi everyone, this is Hamad, the owner of the Annabelle Lee Tavern, the only Poe-themed restaurant in Baltimore. I want to start off with congratulating Jeff on doing an amazing job celebrating Poe's birthday. It attracted over 500,000 people, which is fantastic. Poe will be proud to know how Baltimore celebrates him and his legacy. Jeff, I can't wait to welcome you back to Annabelle Lee and celebrate this together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm June Ponte, owner of the Poe and Raven Gallery in Pennsylvania. I wanted to say to Jeff Jerome how appreciative I am of his work in the honor and memory of Poe. Jeff, I love your website, Edgar Allan Poe Evermore, and I really appreciate all the events you've done. So thank you, Jeff. You're not a poet, but a scholar, and a fine one, and we're lucky to have you. Thank you, Jeff, for all you do for Poe
Hi, my name is Roger Bowe. I'm here in New York City, and I've been an avid reader of Poe since I was in elementary school. Ever since Jeff Jerome orchestrated the massive 2009 funeral for Poe in Baltimore, I've tried to follow as many of his birthday events as I possibly could. They've all been so memorable. I've got to praise Jeff for all his energy and efforts in bringing Poe around the world. This year, in the most recent event, over 500,000 of you, that's 500,000 of you, around the world, brought Poe into your lives, into your households, and onto your laptops. That's an amazing, astounding number. Congratulations, Jeff. And thank you again for your dedication and your efforts in bringing Poe around the world and keeping his legacy and his works in our heart. Thanks so much. You are the true steward.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? It's Ron Savage with Savage Stream, and today we're going to say thank you, Jeff Jerome. Thank you, Jeff Jerome, so much. 500,000 people joined us for Edgar Allan Poe's birthday. And because Jeff set it up, it happened. It happened. It's getting bigger and bigger each year. Man, this is bigger than JR getting killed. They're all watching TV or they're on their computer streaming, which now goes all over the world, all over our fans, all over the world. In the Poe world, we thank you, Jeff Jerome. Thank you so much for your efforts and your good work. Keep it up, babe.
Oh, hey, Sally the Zombie Cheerleader here, and I just found out that Jeff Jerome's Edgar Allan Poe birthday celebration received over 500,000 views. I know, it's amazing. That's a lot of fleshies. That's more fleshies than I have in my freezer.
Oh my.
I'm pretty sure it's more fleshies than I have. Anyway, I can count, but I think I need more hands. Fingers or... Anyway, congratulations, Jeff Jerome. All the hard work you do shows, and we love your Edgar Allan Poe birthday celebration. I can't wait to watch it every single year. So congratulations, 500,000 fleshy viewers. It's amazing. It's wonderful. That's more fingers and toes that I have lying around in the lair.
I'm Dr. Patrick Hansma, forensic pathologist, and co-owner of Patrick's Rare Books, which was absolutely delighted to participate in sponsoring this past year's celebration of Poe's birthday. I am thrilled to congratulate Jeff and all the team on the most recent birthday celebration for our protagonist, Edgar Allan Poe. I heard over 500,000 people attended. That is spectacular. It's great to see so much Poe enthusiasm. I myself have been a Poe enthusiast since I was in grade school. Indeed, I still have the very first Poe book I ever owned from elementary school. The man, his life, his works, the mystery, the misinformation even, are all just so compelling, and there is more Poe work to be done. And so I encourage every one of you, don't remember Poe just on his birthday. You've got all year to grab some Poe off your shelf and start reading.
Hi, I'm Edward G. Pettit, the Philly Poe guy. And before we even met, Jeff Jerome said of me, I plan to punch him in the eye, then say, let's talk about Poe. Well, Jeff never punched me, but we did talk about Poe, and there is no one with whom I would rather talk about Poe than Jeff Jerome, whose depth and breadth of Poe knowledge is second to no one, and has been dedicated to preserving the memory and educating the world about Poe for so many years. Jeff, it has always been an honor to talk about Poe with you.